to you, yeah, you, to make things happen.
Hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to episode 6 of the Quarantini Hour. Welcome to the Quarantini Martini house. The Quarantini house is soon to be our Airbnb. I have left my wife, who is still filming, and I haven't actually left her. I've moved into the Quarantini house, and we have continued building because the contractors are now allowed to come here. And so we built, we finished the shutter for the bar. We've got a main door. We finally got a door on the house, so it's awesome. We got a fence against this place. So I'm coming to you from Envigado, Antioquia, Colombia. Okay, a lot to take in, but anyways. So I promised my sister-in-law a couple weeks ago, and I never did it. Sorry, Kelly. A cucumber martini, and I made my lovely wife a couple of them the other day, and she enjoyed them tremendously. This time, though, we have fresh cucumbers. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a cucumber martini. It's made with gin. So I'm going to show you a picture now, right here, of what's in it. And so we've got our shaker, we've got our measuring glass, we've got our martini glass. We have Hendrick's gin. So this sucker is Hendrick's gin. It is actually rose petal and cucumber infused gin. It's very good. Less juniper berries than a London dry gin. So it's very good to go with it. Unfortunately, we're in quarantine, so I drank it. Sorry. So, and it's very expensive. So we're just gonna use regular old gin. So if you wanna use that, that's fine. It's, this stuff is called Grenels. So use any gin you want. You can use Old Tom gin, Beefeater, whatever you want. Got some ice cubes. We have got a strainer. So normally most bartenders use what's this. This is called a julep strainer. But because we want to get rid of the fine ingredients and the seeds of the cucumber, so we're going to use a regular strainer. So super tiny, mesh, less we'll get through. It's great. You're going to use a muddler, and believe it or not, that it goes this way. Everybody thinks that it goes this way. It doesn't. It goes this way so you can mash it up. All right. We've got basically a finger length worth of cucumber, and I'm going to show you what to do with that. And you're going to use olives. Now, as I've mentioned before, you cannot find queen size olives in this country. I haven't so far. Maybe somewhere. I'd love to see it. But I've got basic olives. Put them in the freezer. Believe it or not, the frozen cucumbers will keep your martini colder longer, and it just adds a little bit to it. So these are semi-frozen. It doesn't look it, but put them in the freezer. And I've also got a zester, this special zester. If you watch my other videos, you've seen what I've done. You'll see what I do with a cucumber with this. It's very cool. And I've got a knife. And to help me through, I have coronavirus. And I also have the cure. Okay, so let's get started. And by the way, my cat Luke, he's right over there, is watching his dad make drinks. And he's wondering, why the hell do I not get any? Well, that's because you're a cat and you get tuna. All right, so what we're gonna do is we've got everything prepared. So we're first gonna make the garnish, okay? So we're gonna take this nice ripe cucumber, finger length, okay? And you are gonna do something simple. You're gonna take your zester and you're just gonna peel it. By the way, we are outside on the balcony of the espresso room of the soon-to-be Martini house, currently the Quarantini house, because this is the Quarantini Martini, episode 6. By the way, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. I had over 600 on the first, almost 600 on the second, and then I stopped sharing. So we're just gonna peel this sucker, okay, every couple inches, and then we're gonna peel. We're gonna cut a little piece, little dab in the center, and you have yourself a very sexy garnish. Look at that sucker. And you could do that with so many vegetables or fruits. Okay, we're gonna put that on there. All right, that's just an extra. You don't have to do that, but what the hell? Okay, and then we are going to peel the rest.
Go for a ride. Wave to the people pass.
Okay, and then we're going to cut it into fours. We're gonna add it, seeds and all, doesn't matter, add it to the shaker. Okay, so we're gonna take these suckers and we're gonna put them off to the side. Okay, we're gonna leave these because these will actually make some pretty cool garnishes if you want. There's many ways to do it. We're gonna do all of them at the same time, but just so you can. Okay, so now we're gonna add the gin. Now, typically, you should use Hendrick's gin because it is cucumber and rose infused, so it's gonna go better. But if you don't have that because you're stuck at home and your husband or your wife won't let you get out of the house, then just use regular gin. Old Tom gin, Beefeater, whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. It's still gonna add to the flavor. All right, so now you're gonna look up at me. There we go. Sorry for my ugly face. All right, so now we have this. It's super simple to make. You are gonna take your gin and you are gonna add 3 ounces. So the jigger here that I have is 1.5 ounces each. Okay, super easy. That sucker there we go. All right. So now you're gonna have, in the glass, you're gonna have your cucumbers and your gin. And then you're going to muddle it. Okay. Muddling basically just means you're mashing it up. So you muddle mint juleps, you muddle mojitos, you muddle anything with vegetables. There's one called the raspberry bomb I'd love to make for you guys. But unfortunately, I don't have any raspberry vodka here, so again, so we are just gonna make sure that the flavor mixes with the gin. That's it.
Join in with the crowd.
And if you don't get all of it, that's fine, because in the end, what you're gonna do is you're gonna shake it up. And when you're shaking it up with the ice cubes, it's actually going to help it mix it. So you don't have to be perfect about it. You don't have to do it too long. But the fresher that the cucumber is, the better. Okay, and there we go. That's good enough. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add some ice. I'm gonna drain out the water, okay? Because we've been sitting out here because my wife is filming the video and she decided that my hat was too fuzzy, so she used this to get the fuzz off my hat to make me look better. Sorry about the face, but the hat's perfect. Face, still not perfect. All right, so now that's all you need. 3 ounces of gin, some cucumbers, and we are gonna shake the crap out of it. And I'm not gonna get up because I'm lazy. You wanna mix it until your hands are so cold. And it takes longer than normal because you've got cucumbers. Whew. Okay. Okay, that's super cool. All right, so now take the lid off and you want the strainer. Trust me, you don't want the seeds. You don't want the crap that comes with a cucumber. You want it nice and clear. I'm gonna pour as much as I can. And then you're gonna get to the point, because there's so much cucumber in there, that you're actually gonna need to take it off. Try to get some of it out first. See, you got the cucumbers, most of the juice is out. And then you can always stir it up to make sure that everything kind of comes out, gets that flavor in there. And then set that back onto your glass so you don't waste a drop. You can drink that later. And here you go. This is a cucumber martini. Oh, need to add these suckers in. Believe it or not, olives go super well with gin, obviously, and with cucumbers. Stick that sucker in there. Let's give it a try. That really is fantastic. So, if you're sitting at home, locked indoors, wife is nagging you, husband is nagging you, this is what you need to make. Cucumber martini, you got your vegetables, you got your vodka or your gin. You could actually make it with vodka, but you've got yourself a Quarantini martini. So enjoy and be safe, wash your hands, stay at home, be safe. I'll see you next time. Ciao.